take it to Thursday now with that next start?
Yeah, there was some, some misreads by me, some misthrows by me. There's some things that, I can, better ball placement, things like that. So just been working on that stuff as much as possible today and tomorrow before we head off and try to get ready for Thursday.
Is it hard to fix those things on such a short week?
I mean, I guess so, because you don't get as much physical reps, it's more mental, but we try as much as possible, like before or after walkthroughs or whatever we do, to try to just go out there and throw as much as possible, whether it's just walking through, just standing there, just try to throw the ball around.
Billy, you sound a little hoarse. Are you sick at all?
No, I got a horse after the game. I was screaming and everything, trying to make sure everybody can hear me out there.
What's when you look back at the tape, something you felt like you did better upon review? And you mentioned things actually weren't really wrong. Was there anything positive that you didn't expect to see?
I would say like the operation as a whole was pretty well by the offense. We never really had, any questions about the plays or anything like that. We got in the huddle, we broke the huddle, we got to the line, and we were rolling. So I think the whole operation, of course, I think there was 2 or 3 instances where, we can fix and move it on to the next game. But other than that, I think it was pretty solid.
Regarding the pre-snap operation, Bailey, how much more comfortable are you, confident are you with alerts, making the pre-snap reads and adjustments that you need to do? There's a lot on the plate of the quarterback and the offense.
Yeah, I feel like I get more and more comfortable every week. The more I watch film of the opponent, that also helps. Just the preparation throughout the week and understanding, why we're alerting, why we're killing to plays like that, that always helps. So, this short week, that's really the only thing we have to do now is just mental reps. So that's what I'm really diving into right now.
Bailey, I noticed in the second half of the game you took a lot of shots, specifically to Devontae Parker. I was wondering in terms of that connection, is that the kind of thing where if you see him one-on-one, you have the freedom to take those opportunities? Or were there some times where you felt maybe you locked in on him when there were other opportunities on other parts of the field?
Yeah, that was something that going into halftime that we talked about, that the second half we wanted to push the ball down the field a little bit. And, we have some guys that can, get those 50-50 balls. And, DP is one of those guys where, you kind of put it up anywhere and he has the opportunity to go up and get it. So does Taekwon, and so does really everybody else. So I think that was kind of our mindset, how we just wanted to, attack down the field going into the second half. And, kind of like you said, if it's one-on-one, I kind of like my guy better than their guy. So I'm just going to let them go get it.
Bailey, have you officially been told you're starting on Thursday?
Coaches, made it pretty clear, but I'll let him, announce it to everybody. That's, private right now, and whenever he announces it, that's with him.
What would you say you learned about yourself this season?
A lot, I guess. A lot of things that I can grow on, a lot of things that, I can improve on. But, like I would like to say around here, is just taking it day by day. And that's just, it's very cliche to say that, but, it's every day there's something that you can get better at, whether it's, mental things or, physical things, throwing and stuff like that. And there's always ways to get better, and that's kind of how I do it.
Bailey, Sunday was your first start of the season. How much did the opportunity mean to you, especially given, with, not being here on cut down day?
Yeah, I mean, it was, it's been a long ride, of course. So to be out there was an amazing opportunity. We didn't get the, the result that we wanted. So hopefully we can, learn from it, grow from it, and going into Thursday, do everything we can to, do everything I can to put the team in the best possible situation, to win the game.
We heard you say on WEI yesterday that you confirmed you had multiple offers. Getting this opportunity to start the Patriots, does it feel like you kind of made that right decision to stick around?
Yeah, 100%. This is the place I wanted to be. I wanted to play for OB. I wanted to play for Coach Belichick, and I wanted to play with the guys that I've built a relationship with over the last, year and a half, 2 years. So this is where I wanted to be.
Bailey, frustration might be the right word, but where are you at with, you guys feel like you do a lot of good things in the games, you felt like you did in that, just breaking that barrier, just starting to knock down, put the ball in the end zone and get points. How close do you feel that you guys are as a unit to do it?
Yeah, we're close. We talk about that a lot. It's just one or two things, that happen that, kind of halter from you from scoring, and we just got to fix those one or two things. And once we do that, I feel like we'll be able to start putting points on the board.
Billy, obviously you guys want to go in and do what's best for the team, but how do you look at these next few weeks, just for you, as your future in the NFL, what it means for that?
Yeah, I mean, nobody really, asks any questions when you start winning. So as long as we just go out there and, do the best we can and put points on the board as far as an offense and start winning as a team, I think, that'll all kind of handle itself.
Bailey, the fact that you're up at the podium today and there's not as much uncertainty from a public perspective there of who's the guy right now, how much does that kind of help you just embrace that role?
Yeah, I mean, that helps. Like I said, I'll wait for the official announcement from Coach, but, I try to prepare every week, like I'm the guy, so nothing different for me.
How much does it help you improve that from start to finish? In the last game, you were under center the whole time, and now going into this week of preparation and meetings, film, practice, what time you guys have before you leave for Pittsburgh, that you're the guy that's leading the offense at quarterback now?
Yeah, I mean, of course it's different, but you gotta approach every week. Like Coach always says, everybody has to be ready to play, so you have to be ready no matter what. You gotta prepare like you're gonna be thrown in there, whether it's the second play or whether it's the last play. So that's kind of the mentality that we have here, and just no matter what's going on, you just prepare to play.
Bailey, what time was it when you first started looking at the Steelers?
Probably Sunday night is when I kind of looked back at their Cardinals game.
11.
I mean,
11:30.
probably like 4:30 in the morning. I don't know. Sometime after our game.
How about playing there, like in that atmosphere? David was talking about it. Road game in Pittsburgh Thursday night. I'm looking forward to that atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I was able to be there last year. Of course, I was inactive last year, so I got to, kind of see it from outside view, like kind of like a fan view. And it was pretty awesome. That field, I don't know, what was it, Acrisure? Heinz Field. I mean, it's pretty legendary. So the Steelers organization is an awesome organization. They've been good for a long time. So to be able to play them at their places, is pretty unreal.
What are those conversations like with Bill O'Brien on the sideline during the game? I know you said yesterday on the radio that your relationship with him has grown a lot over these last couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's kind of back and forth. Whatever he sees, he lets me know, and then if I'm seeing something on the field that if they've showed it on film or haven't shown it on film, I'm kind of giving him that, just throwing each other off, throwing stuff off each other's brains, and just most majority of the time it's after the series we're looking at the iPads. If I miss a read or miss a coverage, he shows me like what I can look at better or what I can, what tendencies that they're showing that can kind of help me pre-snap. So it's just kind of dissecting the previous drive and then kind of moving on what we're going to do the next drive.
Bailey, what do you feel like your comfort level is throwing to Juju, Parker, some of those guys that maybe didn't have as many reps in the summer at times?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with those guys, 100%. They're great players, and it makes it easy for a guy, for a quarterback. You can just put it really anywhere, and those guys are gonna, make a play on it. So, those guys are good receivers, and I'm excited to be throwing to those guys.
How do you go about handling pressure and not making something too big where that it becomes a hindrance?
Yeah, I mean, control what you can control. So it's that's what we say around here, I guess. I'm not really big into those things. Like, I'm really cool, calm, and collected. That's kind of how my dad brought me up. My mom brought me up. So I don't really try to dive into trying to overwhelm myself or anything like that. I try to control what I can control, and whatever my read is, I try to do my read, and if something happens and I, make a mistake, I try to go back and learn from it. I try to really not dive into it and ride the roller coaster. I just try to stay, level.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you all.